Hello, everyone, and welcome to the app redesign for the app LinkedIn. Um, let's get started. So, diving right in, we'll skip through the executive summary and the table of contents, move to the problem statement as to why I chose the app in the first place. I thought the app was a little too noisy, and some of the simpler tasks were a little too convoluted or mixed up with too many distractions that made it, in my opinion, hard for the user to navigate. Um, so this redesign kind of aims to simplify all of that. Um, Moving to the competitive matrix, I did some research on Glassdoor and Indeed and really enjoyed the design on Glassdoor and not so much on Indeed. I thought the usability was pretty good across all platforms. However, like I said, LinkedIn was still a little noisier than I think both Glassdoor and Indeed, and definitely had a lot of distractions. And then moving on to the vision statement, which I stated earlier, this redesign aims to simplify the user design for a better user experience, um, and make some of the simpler tasks a little more streamlined and aligned with the original purpose of the user opening the app. Um, I wanted to put some more of the elements that weren't quite as common, such as the messaging. Um, that wasn't in their bottom navigation bar, and I thought that was a sore oversight, especially when the app is originally designed for reaching out to employers or local colleagues within your industry. Um, yeah, so moving on to some of the personas, we have Jake Fuller. Um, the user task is he wants to upload a resume and apply to jobs. And we have Cassandra Bowman, and her user task is to create groups and events, um, to better organize within her community. And we have Finley Wheeler, who wants to apply to jobs and message employers and local colleagues. Moving on to some of our paper prototypes, we have some simple layout design here, um, where I created some of the icons and just a simple layout for each persona to kind of get started. Moving on to our mood board, this is kind of the vision I had in mind, um, or the feeling I wanted to emulate. Um, Connection, network, but with a clean, simplistic design. And then moving on to our usability testing. Which you all will be able to check out with the links, um, and you'll be able to see how all of the users navigate through the app a little bit more simply. Then we have the iterations. And the first prototype linked here alongside the next step of finalizing the project. I wanted to create some archetypes here to kind of give a different feel and show the versatility that the app has or could have through updates or whatever feeling that the designers were wanting to go for. Again, I wanted to keep it somewhat simplistic, and these were some of the first iterations of the archetypes. As for the color design, I wanted to go with a clean color palette. So my primary color was royal blue or baby blue mixed with light blues, um, along with teal or aquamarine. And then my tertiary colors were black and white with some gray tones in the middle there. And then here is my grid system where I used, which I use for aligning all of my elements within the prototypes to make sure everything was aligned and looking clean. Here we have some of the icons that I designed. We have a progress bar at the bottom there for when you're uploading documents. We have a loading screen for when you're first opening up the app. And then we have some icons for your profile or groups. And then our messaging icon and apply button. I wanted to create a kind of unified feel. So I used, of course, our primary and tertiary colors to achieve that. And then moving on to the cleared logo uses, we have the primary, secondary, and tertiary colors on the right, and then all of the cleared logo uses on the left. And then we have the prohibited logo uses on the right here, and then our logo clear area for whatever use you would like to apply the logo to, say for any marketing or social media campaigns. And then we dive into some more refined prototype screens here, paired up with each persona. Personally, I liked the blue ribbons. I thought they looked very unified and simplistic, and also pretty well balanced out. I decided to keep the icons single color to once again make it feel a little more unified and simplistic. We go through all of the different user tasks through each persona. Here we have Finley Wheeler attempting to select new messages and write to fellow colleagues and employers. We have our loading screen here, and then we have the final product here with a link to the prototype. And if you click it here, click play, do a quick login here. Excuse me, just a sec. If you go here, do a quick login, and then select the play button up in the top right corner, and you can go through the prototype yourself, clicking here and through all of the navigation at the bottom navigation bar here, or you're able to click up on your profile here where you can see it's easy to upload your resume, add your profile picture, an additional email on top of the one you used to sign up with, and add a short bio. Selecting back to home, it's easy to navigate to messages. Search who you want to message, or your recent messages are going to be at the top of the page. And selecting here, you can generate a new message and search the user. You can easily navigate to your notifications here and navigate through these pages to kind of sift through all of your notifications. And then we have our network here, which Cassandra, one of our personas, would go to if she was wanting to create a new group. And so she could select new groups here and generate a new group. Going to jobs, Jake Sully and Finley Wheeler can select that. Select the job, and you'll be taken to the company overview and what they are looking for, and click apply, and you're able to upload your resume. And that is the end of the presentation. Thank you guys for coming and listening.